presidential campaign manager, presidential campaign veteran, and a Fox News contributor. Joe, good to see you. Let me ask you this first. The president, in addition to taking some heat for talking about a law enforcement action here in response to this beheading, is taking some heat for some perceived insensitivity for hitting the golf course an hour after he addressed the beheading of an American, the first American killed by ISIS in this war. And for doing that, hitting the links while James Foley's parents were still holding their emotional press conference. Is that fair?
But the criticism's fair, and he's going to get criticized for it. But, you know, I don't look, I would not have advised him to go to the golf course 10 minutes later or whatever it was. But he doesn't seem to, you know, it's like he's on his vacation, so he's going to take, you know, he's going to take full advantage of it after he makes his speech.
This is the Daily News cover, just so our viewers know what we're looking at. Obama's Gulf War, and their caption was, what they wrote was, is this what President Obama meant by staying the course in Iraq? Yeah, I mean, there's no way. I mean, like I said, if I were advising him, I wouldn't have advised him to do that. I don't know what his advisors told him to do, but he clearly, if they told him not to, he didn't listen. He went and played golf. I also remember, and I'm not going back to blame it on George Bush or any of that stuff, no, but
I also remember distinctly Bush actually made a similar statement about going after terrorists, and then took a whack with a driver and said, now watch this drive.
Within 30 seconds. Agreed.
30 seconds.
President Bush did it too. So the question is, and it was deemed insensitive, and is this insensitive as well? Because, you know, I mean, it was moments after he was talking about an American getting his head chopped off.
Yeah, no, I criticized Bush at the time, and I think, like I said, I wouldn't advise the president to do this, and he's going to get criticized for it. He probably deserves it.
What do you make of Chris Matthews' charge that you cannot, as an American president, survive if you let an American get beheaded on international television with impunity?
Well, I think, first of all, I think everything Charles said about, Ann Holder said about both Justice and the Defense Department, we're going to go after them with everything. You're going to see those airstrikes. Are we going to arrest the British guy who cut off Jim Foley's head and drag him to New York and try him in front of a jury of his peers? Yeah, I think it's going to depend whether he's apprehended at an airport or whether he's killed in a convoy in Iraq. But he's going to, either way, he's going to end up dead or in prison. I mean, that's what the president's going to do. That's what this country's going to do. And they may not go out and talk about it and say things like "bring it on," like other past administrations have done, to make everybody, you know, feel like we're going to go do it. But that's what's going to happen here. It's clear.
It's not so much a bring it on. It's, should this have been a rallying cry? Should this have been an opportunity for the president to gin up support for people to do something about this barbaric group? That's what his critics are suggesting. I got to leave that question in the air because we got to move on. Joe, good to see you.
Thanks, Megan.
Late today.